Atlantic. We coming to you from first pitch as Chris Lopez takes the mound for FTB in the second game, and he'll miss high with the first pitch. Josh, we talked about in the first game. I mean, if you missed that one, that was quite the affair. 14-1 final in 5 innings. What do you think Brockville can do to kind of continue on that momentum they got after game one?
Obviously, keep the bats. They had some real great approaches at the plate. I saw them work a lot of walks and then really jump on that bullpen once it got in. If they keep the offense hot and the strong pitching behind it, shouldn't be a problem here.
Leading off this game for Rockville, Sean Saylor, the Fordham commit, Georgetown Prep alumni. Lopez working a 1-1 count early on that one as we just saw a foul ball chopped off to the right side. Lopez comes set. The righty in on 1-1. Foul ball goes off to the left side. Third baseman chasing, and it's out of play and foul.
If you were unable to catch the first game, Rockville, as we said, routed a 14-1 victory, as well as beating Mid-Atlantic on Friday as well. So they look to beat them for a third straight time here in this one. They got a mercy rule victory. You believe that in the first one?
Yeah, I tell you what, something that really plagued them in that first game was the losing them early in counts and not being able to get back in at bats. Their pitchers are really going to be called upon here. They can't be walking 10 guys a game again here. The 1-2. Breaking ball in there for strike 3. Saylor doesn't like the call, but he's going to go back to the dugout. One down here in the first.
Yeah, you saw that breaking ball catch the outside. Different home plate ump means a different strike zone as well, as both the hitter and pitchers will have to try and adjust to it.
In here for Rockville now in the 2 spot, Danny Salisbury, last game's pitcher. Came in and pitched very well, only gave up 1 run. Pitched I guess you could call it a complete game, 5-inning game, but he looks at strike 1 up there, up in the zone. Josh, you consider that a complete game? I mean, 5 innings, it's like, I don't know.
I mean, you did see Green come in at the end.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, if the game's completed.
Didn't finish the game. Yeah, he pitched very well nonetheless. The 0-1. Swinging on the inside breaking ball for strike 2. Salisbury, as you guys talked about, able to swing the bat as well, not only just a pitcher, but kind of a guy who can do it all for this lineup.
Yeah, that's what you want to look for in a summer league team, especially, when you're little short at pitching, is guys who can do it all. Salisbury, definitely one of those guys for them.
Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Count goes, strikeout, on the breaking ball there. Nice pitch by Lopez. And there's 2 out in the inning.
Lopez looking sharp, striking out both 1-2 here for Rockville. A little bit of a switch up from what we saw last game.
Stepping in now, Alex Felix. This is a guy who, we talked about earlier in the year. This was a guy who kind of was a little late getting into the lineup, but when he came in, he's a guy they really expect to have a big impact. He's playing third today and stepping into the 3rd spot in the lineup as well.
He had a double early on in the first game. Certainly looking for more in the second.
Looking at, called in the outside corner there. Just got the edge of the plate there, and Felix down 0-1 early. Lopez looking home.
Alex told me he called that home run by Orsini right before he did. Said Orsini looked over, gave him a wink, hit one out to right.
Swinging strike on 0-1 there from Felix. Count goes to 0-2. As we talked about, Rockville batting 10. Orsini hit that ball out of the 10th spot. And I guess that's going to continue to work here for Rockville as Felix looks at ball 1 outside. Count
Tough
goes to
take
1-2.
on an 0-2.
Yeah, good take there. It was a nice little breaking ball there. Was able to lay off. Lopez looking home, comes set. Delivers. Chopped foul behind him. You look at Lopez's delivery, he starts from kind of a stretched position but takes that little step back. It's kind of a little difficult to differentiate the two from the stretch and the windup for Lopez, but nevertheless he's working efficiently here in the first inning as the count's 1-2 with 2 outs here against Alex Felix. Lopez comes set again, the 1-2. Swing and a miss down low again on the breaking ball. Lopez had some success with that one. Catcher throws down to first. Tyson, nice throw there onto Pickle, and we are out of the top of the first. Home half of the first inning coming up right after this.
Who's pitching?
back here in the home half of the first as FTB Mid-Atlantic will take their first looks in the game 2 here of this doubleheader. In the field today for Rockville Express, we have Andrew Abrams taking the mound today. The left-hander looks to make his first appearance of the year. Heffley behind the plate again today. Hakopian at short, Bowman at second, McMath first, Felix at third, and the outfield Zorba, Sailor, Orsini from left to right. What are you kind of expecting from Abrams here? This is a guy who, I mean, we haven't really seen this at all this year. I mean, you talk about Summer League, and it's like sometimes guys maybe be gripping their pitches a little tighter. How do you kind of expect him to get his composure early?
Well, I mean, a lot of it's ride the momentum from your team. A lot of his fellow arms on the mound have been very aggressive, getting first pitch strikes. Been a huge key of success for Rockville. They've won 3 straight, all backing off of good pitching. They've only allowed 3 runs over their last 3 games. So Abrams' big key for him is honestly keep that going.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are right. You guys have touched on it so much. Just the constant success of these arms, the consistency, working first pitch strikes, and even being able to get out of jams has been something that this Rockville team has relied on so far early in the season.
Heffley getting the start here behind the plate. Ryan Maley caught in the first game. So you've seen the two of them split time throughout the season. No real front runner. Both have been just incredible to start. They're both hitting great behind the plate.
They both really have been excellent. Stepping in for FTB Mid-Atlantic, Bailey stepping in. He was the leadoff hitter last game as well, the right fielder. Abrams dealing, check swing up high. They call it a ball, did not go. Caleb Bailey holds up on that one. Count goes to 2-0. Abrams, nice pitch there. Little cut on that fastball, got him to swing and miss. Count goes to 2-1. Lefty-lefty matchup here to start this home half of the first inning. Abrams working quickly back into the windup. Swing and miss on the inside corner yet again. That fastball is working early. Same spot as the last one. Count goes 2-2.
FTB Mid-Atlantic in here looking for their first win of the season. Already lost to Rockville twice, as that's a swinging strike 3 here for the first out.
And Josh, just as you talked about, I mean, he was down 2-0 in that at-bat, got back in it, got the strikeout, 3 consecutive strikes there. That's a big first out there for Abrams, making his first appearance of the year.
Haven't seen many walks in the 5-0 win the other day. No walks. I believe we only had 1 on Friday. None earlier today. So definitely a strong point for this pitching staff.
Abrams' first pitch here to Alec Ellison, the third baseman. We saw him try to track down a foul ball earlier in this game in the first inning. Made a nice catch in the last game as well in foul territory. As he check swings on the second pitch, fouls it back. Count goes even at 1.
Be interesting to see how both teams come on here in the second half of the doubleheader. It's certainly an adjustment, as neither are used to playing back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about when you get beat like that, you usually have a day to kind of marinate in a little bit. They have, 30 minutes, if that? Foul back Ellison.
Pretty quick turnaround after taking a loss like that, especially at your own home. But there are 2 consecutive losses to Rockville Mid-Atlantic. As I said, just looking to turn things around.
Abrams tried to get him out there with the breaking ball, fouled back. Ellison stays alive after fighting that pitch off. Count stays 1-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the first, scoreless tie. No base runners yet for either team. As Abrams goes into the windup again from the left side. Chopper goes to third, just foul. Hard hit ball there. Slips to the right of Felix. We'll do it again.
I think Rick Price would have made the stop on that.
We've kind of talked about Rick Price's fielding prowess a bit in these broadcasts, but nevertheless, he is not out there, so that ball wanders into the left field corner. Anyways, Abram back from the windup, 1-2 again. Breaking ball, nice little defensive swing out there, but it's going right to left field. And an easy play made by there by Zorba, and that's the second out of the inning. Nice play out there by Ethan Zorba.
As you saw in Friday's victory, Zorba started out pitching through 6 innings and then moved to left as he was 3 for 3 in the game. Certainly wanted to keep his bat in the order.
Matsko now stepping in, for FTV Mid-Atlantic, the 3-hitter. Swinging and chopping that one, just fouled to first base. McMath fields it as if it's fair, but he's not going to get the credit for it. Count goes 0-1.
A little bit of a late call by the umpire. Seemed a little unsure of himself.
It was a close play there. It seems like that line's a little bit faded by first base as well. So
something Pat touched on in the first game. Not the best field conditions here. Definitely made an impact on some of the defensive plays we saw.
Ball 1 there to Matsko. Abrams back in the windup, dealing again. Short cadence in between pitches, misses low there. Count goes to 2-1 against Matsko, the left fielder. Abrams from the windup again. Sets and fires. Breaking ball, chopped to first. This one will be fair and over the head of McMath. That one goes into right field, and we have our first base runner of the game as Matsko picks up his first hit of the doubleheader.
It's an excellent effort for McMath. Unfortunately, unable to come up with that bounce, as it's over his head and into right.
And Matsko did have one hit in the first end of the doubleheader. He was 1 for 2 in that game. One of 6 hits for FTV Mid-Atlantic. Coincidentally, they did all come from different people, so they had 6 guys with 1 hit in the lineup, as Willard steps in here to take his first looks of Game 2. Willard, the center fielder, was 1 for 3 in the first game, drove in FTV Mid-Atlantic's only run of Game 1. Fouls that one back. Count goes to 0-1. 2 outs here in the first inning. Abrams takes a couple checks on at first. Fires home from the stretch. This one's fouled right back into the screen. And quickly up 0-2 is Abrams. Really opens up a lot when you get ahead in counts like this. I mean, he can really go anywhere here.
Yeah, as I said, that's one of the keys for Rockville. Stay ahead of counts, keep getting ahead of hitters, and keep pitching efficiently. You really want to maximize these starts.
That's exactly right. Quick check over there on Matsko at first, nothing doing. Abrams quickly back up onto the bump. Comes set again. The 0-2. Just missed the top outside corner, missed high and out, but really good pitch there. I mean, on 0-2, that's an easy ball to chase on. Good eye there from Willard to stay alive. Abrams pitches, and this one's chopped to second base. Nice play there by Bowman. The flip on to first gets the out, and Rockville is in through a clean first frame. As we head to the top of the second, still scoreless at 0. 1 hit for FTV Mid-Atlantic in the inning, but nothing going there as the score sheet stays empty. Welcome back here to Baltimore as the Rockville Express come to bat in the second inning against FTV Mid-Atlantic after winning Game 1 of the doubleheader here at Dundalk Community College. Pretty hot day here. I mean, we talked about it a little bit in the first game. Muggy outside. We had a nice week of weather and then kind of back to that regular heat. Feels like 95 here. Sun's out. A little bit of cloud cover, but not much. As Johnny McMath steps in for his first looks of Game 2. McMath, another one of these guys who's provided an energizing jolt to this Rockville lineup. I mean, feels like every game he's got a couple extra base hits.
And McMath spoke to him before the start of this one. Wants to go by JT Money from now on.
Okay.
So we'll see what he does in his first plate appearance with the nickname.
JT Money stepping in against Lopez. Looks at one high. It's going to take some getting used to if I'm being completely honest, but, you know, I guess we'll roll with it.
But I guess that's up to the mercy of the broadcast team if we want to stick with it.
Yeah, we'll see how he plays. Swing and a hard hit foul ball.
Tell you what, if he picks up a hit here, we'll let him keep it. How's that?
That'll be the deciding factor. No pressure here, but if JT Money gets a hit here, we keep the nickname. McMath 1 for 4 in his first game, 2 runs in the front end of this doubleheader. Lopez deals. Ball outside. Count goes to 2-1. Rockville yet to have a base runner in this one. First 3 hitters of the game struck out by Lopez.
Yeah, certainly not a sign of the last few games. So that was a strong point for the offense. Not a lot of strikeouts.
Lopez with 3 strikeouts, which is greater than the total that the FTV Mid-Atlantic racked up in that first game there. Only 1 in that last game, which granted only lasted 5 innings, but nevertheless a sign to how well Lopez has pitched so far in this one as the count goes 3-1.
Yeah, it's nice to see for the Mid-Atlantic side their starter throwing strikes.
Yes.
As that was just the Achilles heel for them in the first game.
3-1. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. McMath now lets the count go full here with no outs in the top of the second. Lopez, nice job dealing his way back into this at bat. Coming set on the full count is Lopez. Back into that windup. The 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed by McMath. And he is set down to start the second inning and will lose the nickname as well.
At least for now.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, you know, we'll still play it by ear. We're fair.
It's 4 straight strikeouts for Lopez here.
Really hot start to this one. Stepping in now, Eddie Hakopian. Another guy in this deep Rockville lineup that's played really well. Lopez deals on the 0-0. In there for strike 1 on the fastball. Really nice pitch again there, Lopez.
As I said, it's, you know, an adjustment with a new ump behind the plate, especially when, you know, you had a different one in the first leg of the doubleheader, as the hitters try to pick up where that outside corner is going to be.
The 0-1 is fouled off. This one's still in play. The first baseman over there to make the play. Nice play there by Pickle to make the tracking play in foul territory. Lopez sets down another man as there are 2 outs in this top of the second very quickly. James Heffley stepping in now. The catcher playing for the University of Maryland. As we talked about, this catcher depth on this team has really been something special to watch, and he's been a big part of that. As ball 1 misses inside, gets by the catcher, no harm done. Bases are empty. Two outs here in the top of the first. Lopez looks home and comes set again. Fires outside and high. Heffley didn't even think about releasing the bat on that one. Count goes 2-0. I mean, as you guys talked about last game, this pitching staff has really struggled with those high pitches, and seeing it again there, Lopez has limited the balls very nicely in the start so far, but another pitch comes in. The 2-0 missing low there. Heffley no doubt has the take sign on here as 3-0 with 2 outs.
Yeah, a shot for Rockville to get their first base runner of the game. Get some momentum back as they look to jump out to an early lead as they did last game.
The 3-0. Just catches the outside corner there, Heffley. Looking at that one, count goes to 3-1. Hitters count there for Heffley again. On deck, Ethan Zorba, we saw him make a play on the outfield earlier in the first inning. 3-1. Outside. Good eye there from Heffley to hold up. And he's on to first base, and Rockville has their first base runner of this game, too.
That'll bring in Ethan Zorbal, playing left in this one. You'll see a courtesy runner come into the game. It'll be Sawyer, as you saw him run a few times last game as well.
Yeah, the new addition to the team. It seems like he's kind of slotted into that courtesy runner role now at this point. As Ethan Zorbas digs into the box, Lopez takes a check on first base, and he'll throw over. Nothing too aggressive there. Slow move off the mound. Gets back easily. Lopez coming set. Firing home. Nice breaking ball there. Got Zorbas swinging. Count goes 0-1. Zorbas takes the signs from first. Not a huge lead for Sawyer. He's got a little bit of space between him and the first baseman over there, though. No look. Pitch comes home. Fouled back. And this one's going to hit a building.
You saw Sawyer break for second on that play. A hit and run on. As Rick Price makes the call with 2 outs. Gotta like the aggressive here.
Yeah, it's something we've seen a lot from Rockville. It's the aggressive base running approach combined with their ability to make contact with the ball. You're going to see a lot of hit and runs on, and we just saw one there. Zorbas down 0-2 here with 2 outs in the top of the second. The pitch from Lopez outside, diving stop made by the catcher, and Sawyer no go. Rockville yet to collect a hit in this one. Zorbas trying to change that right here on the 1-2 count. Sawyer again taking a fairly sizable lead here at first base. Look goes over. Coming set is Lopez. And home. Breaking ball. Just misses the outside corner. Catcher tried to hold it there for a second, and Sawyer swiped second while he was doing it. So a stolen base there for the courtesy runner for Rockville. And all of a sudden you got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here.
And certainly a lesson learned behind the plate. When the runner breaks, you throw down. Doesn't matter where that pitch is.
Count even at 2s here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Swing and a chopper goes up the middle. Nice play there by Pridgeon. The throw on the first is in time, and FTB Mid-Atlantic gets out of that jam. So nothing going. 1 base runner there for Rockville Express, but they can't bring him home as this game stays knotted at 0. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Back here in the top of the bottom of the second inning, excuse me. FTB trying to add to their 1 hit. Still a scoreless affair in this one as Abrams digs back in for his second inning out there on the mound for Rockville. And Pridgeon comes in here for FTB Mid-Atlantic. Made that nice play to end that last frame for Rockville.
So a reminder to you guys at home, at doubleheaders, only 7 innings. Saw the first one cut short due to the mercy rule.
As Trey Pridgeon looks at that one in their first strike, count goes to 1-1. Another nice pitch on the inside corner there from Abrams. Up 2-1 in this, or excuse me, up 1-2 now. Trey Pridgeon has to get that defensive swing going here now in this at bat as Abrams comes set from the windup again. bringing it home, and a foul ball right back straight on the screen there. Looks like Pridgeon had to catch up to that one, but he did so successfully and is able to stay alive in this one. The 1-2 pitch from Abrams. Swing and a miss. Really nice pitch on that fastball again. Really working for him early as he picks up his second strikeout of the game, does Andrew Abrams. 22 pitches now for the Rockville starter.
Definitely looks more settled in.
Yes.
Hitting his spots.
It's good to see in his first game of the year especially. Didn't take long to settle in there. Just that one base runner on the hit in the first inning, but otherwise he's been very fun to watch here as this breaking ball sneaks into the zone for a strike.
That was that high pitch we mentioned many times that wasn't called last game.
Yeah, we have the different umps out here, as you mentioned there. Wearing the Carolina blue now as this one's fouled back. Pickle,
Group of Duke fans say Carolina blue is never in my repertoire.
It is a nice color, though. I mean, if North Carolina sports those pretty well. 0-2 to Pickle here, the first baseman. Abrams taking a minute here. Pickle in that first game was 0 for 2. Swing, and he got a piece of it, but it's fouled back. Count stays at 0-2. Abrams doing a nice job of dueling in this one. One out here in the bottom of the second inning. No one on. Abrams winds and fires. This one low again. Pickle not even thinking about a swing there. Count goes to 1-2. See Abrams there taking a minute to get some dirt on the ball. It looks like to help his grip out a little bit.
I'll tell Manfred.
Yeah, nothing illegal, of course. From the wind. High again. Pickle doing a nice job of working this count in his favor. 2-2 now after starting 0-2. Talked about Danny Salisbury in game one. He was working very quickly. Abrams not as much as he goes back into the wind. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner there. Trying to go front door on that one. Wasn't able to sneak it back into the strike zone. Count goes full here with one out. Pickle doing again a nice job keeping his eye on that one and laying off there. Another really close pitch there from Abrams. As the 3-2 comes in and he hits this one out to center. Coming in on it, and it's able to drop. Hakopian couldn't get out there in time. And another base runner reaches for FTV Mid-Atlantic. Really nice at bat there from Pickle.
If I asked Pat this back in the last game, if he gets in a rundown, is that a Ryan Pickle?
Yes. I think it, yeah. We'll keep that in mind for later in case that comes up for sure. That is.
I've been rooting for it this whole series.
It's always fun to see people with baseball terms as their last names. We saw Diamond as the umpire earlier this season.
PJ Diamond. I think my favorite all time has got to be Grant Balfour.
Abrams works a low strike there. Count goes 0-1. That fastball, man, had a lot of success early in this one. Another one comes in, and this one's hit through the 3-hole on the right side. First baseman McMath was shifted over to try to cover the runner, who's taking a lead off of first and sneaks through to his right. And FTV Mid-Atlantic got something going on offense here. Runners on first and second with one out. 2 hits picked up by Pickle and Brady. As we talked about a little bit off air, Brady rocking that number 12. We're going to assume it's in honor of his likeness, his name for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady, of course.
The only difference is you can't deflate a baseball.
That's true. It is tough to deflate a baseball. It would take some time for sure. Abrams breaking ball first pitch here, and for a strike catches the bottom part of the zone.
Could always hit the cover off of it. That's another route to go.
Just dismember it in some form. We'll count it as the same thing. The lefty Abrams working quicker now here. Misses outside. Count goes even at once. Rockville not really worrying about the base runners, it looks like. Doesn't really look like they have anyone near the bags at first or second. Nevertheless, taking a look as Abrams before he deals on the 1-1. Swinging strike there. Count goes to 1-2. This is the first real trouble we've seen Abrams in this one so far.
Yeah, it's good for Rick to kind of seize. You get a bouncing ball out towards third. Let's see if they turn it. Throw to second. On to first. They get
Nice.
an inning-ending double play.
What a pick there from McMath on the receiving end of that one as Tyson grounds into the double play to end the frame. Rockville out of it unscathed. Game still scoreless at the end of 2. Welcome back. Scoreless tie here in the top of the third between FTB Mid-Atlantic and the Rockville Express. Josh, we saw that last inning. FTB Mid-Atlantic stranded 2 runners after a couple of base hits to lead off the inning. Nice double play there to get out of it.
Yeah, and both their losses to Rockville to this point in the season, that's been a story for them, is they've hit the ball. They've been, on paper, fairly even with Rockville when it comes to hits, but, straining that runner, not being able to get them in. They've only scored 3 runs yet in this whole series, none today, so we'll see how that plays out.
Stepping in now, Rio Fabre had a couple of doubles in that first game, and he picks up a single here as he gets a nice hop off the infield grass and reaches first base. Really nice set of games here for Rio Fabre as he's on first on the first pitch of the inning.
Yeah, a little first pitch swinging. Rockville gets their first hit of the second game. Hopefully that'll wake up the offense as that it brings in Steven Orsini, as who can forget that 3-run home run earlier today.
Yeah, as we talked about, hit it over the left field wall, which is significantly higher than the right field wall, which is significantly higher than the left field wall. Bomb there out of the 10 hole. Orsini gets moved up into the 9 spot in this game as he fouls one back to start the at-bat. Count goes to 0-1. Orsini taking his looks from the left side. Fabre no lead off of first. And Lopez will step off anyway, just as I say that. Really nothing going there at first. Not really sure what he was looking at, but nevertheless. The 0-1. Coming set is Lopez. Deals. Fastball outside corner. Nice pitch there. Just catches the corner part of the plate. Count goes 0-2. Steven Orsini's probably got to choke up, maybe get his defensive swing on now. No outs in the top of the third here for Rockville. Runner on first. Lopez on the 0-2. Bouncing ball inside, gets away from the catcher Tyson. And Fabre will reach second with no throw or no even cover at second there. He walks in. And Rockville's got a runner in scoring position with no outs.
Yeah, that really stresses to the importance of stopping that ball behind the plate. As you see, there's a lot of room between the backstop and behind the catcher, as anything past him is likely going to be an advance for the runners, as you saw there.
Fabre a bigger lead off a second this time, but Lopez deals home again on the breaking ball, getting the strike 3 looking, and Orsini set down for the first out of the inning.
5 strikeouts to this point in the third. Probably the best pitching Rockville's seen to this point of the season. See how they respond with a man in scoring position here.
Yeah, I mean, as we talked about, FTB Mid-Atlantic really struggled with their arms in that first end of the doubleheader. Lopez has flipped the script early in this one. Runner on second getting a decent lead. Fabre, that is. Second baseman fading over to cover, no throw. Pitch comes home high, breaking ball. Can't bring that one back down into the zone, Ken Lopez. Count goes 1-0. Taking a minute here to dig in is Bowman, taking his first looks of the day for Rockville. Nathan Bowman, the outfielder, looks at a ball high. Count goes to 2-0. Good eye there from Bowman, waiting for his pitch. He was 0 for 0 in the first end of the doubleheader. 3 walks in that one, scored a run as well. One of Rockville's 14 in that one. Lopez comes home, and a really nice breaking ball on that one is whiffed and missed on by Bowman.
Did we get a walks total from that first game?
We can. I believe it was 10, if I remember
so we
correctly.
never
10.
ended up beating the 13 from the first game.
Not quite, but, you know, when you play half the game, it's going to be tough to get 13 walks in 5 innings, but they made a run at it nonetheless as the 2-1 pitch, comes in here and misses inside. Hitters count 3-1. Bowman will no doubt be looking to swing on this one with a runner on second, 1 out here in the scoreless tie. Rockville with 1 hit. FTB Mid-Atlantic with 3, unable to score any runs, though.
On the flip side, you do have a base open as pitch misses and he'll give him that base. Walking Bowman, giving Rockville first and second.
A walk for Bowman, his 4th. No official at-bats in this doubleheader yet for Bowman. Really kind of a wild stat there.
One you can't really complain about, though, is, it's a base runner.
1,000 on base percentage. He's a money ball. Lopez taking a look at second. Moderate lead there as he deals home. Tried to go to that breaking ball again, it looked like, but never broke. Stays high, 1-0.
See what Saylor's got. He's been a popular pick at the leadoff spot so far this season. Was absent in the last game, but back in, leading off both legs of the doubleheader today.
Saylor, one of the D1 commits on this roster, committed to Fordham next year as he looks at this one high. Just missed the zone. Count goes to 2-0. We talked about Lopez being able to locate his pitches. He's had some trouble with that here in this third frame.
Yeah, it's all about, how you pitch with runners on. It's the first real chance he's had to do that in this game as he answers the 2-0 with a strike on the outside there.
Lopez looking to hone back in as this count goes to 2-1 now. Again, 1 out in the top of the third. Bowman and Fabre occupying first and second respectively. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Left that one lower. We've seen him do that a couple times. He kind of mixes that breaking ball from high to low. Chose the latter there and got the swing and miss from Saylor. Count goes to 2s.
It's what you want to do as a starter is change the eye level. If
Yep.
you can get that breaking ball in without letting the offense get the wood on it. It's a good
exactly
pitch.
right. Seems like he's had his grip on that all day, too. It's breaking a vast majority of the time we saw earlier in this at-bat. It didn't come down, but largely he's been in control of that pitch. Little break in the action for him, and an umpire calls time. Lopez resets on the mound. Taking a look at second there, Fabre moderately, nothing much. Another breaking ball missing low there. Nice layoff by Saylor to work the count to full.
Lopez, he's arm out of Virginia Westland, definitely making the coaches up there happy with this start.
Pitching well so far. The tall right-hander takes another look at second on 3-2. Comes home. Both runners are going, and this one misses high, so the bases will be loaded. And Rockville with their first real threat of this game.
Time called as Rockville has the bases loaded for Danny Salisbury. Pitched a gem early today. Real shot to give Rockville the lead here in the game, too.
As we talked about, Danny Salisbury, one of these kind of guys who can do it all, really. He's stepped in as now 4 for 11 on this, or 4 for 10, on the season. Small sample size, but impressive nonetheless in his time at the plate. And as you talked about, very good start there on this first end of the doubleheader. Arm warming up in the bullpen now for FTB. Looks like a left-hander up there throwing. Coaching visit maybe to give some time to him. But, I mean, Lopez has pitched pretty well. I mean, only one hit still yielded to the Rockville Express, but nevertheless, FTB getting an arm warm in the bullpen there early on. Danny Salisbury stepping in.
Real scoring chance for Rockville here in the top of the third as Salisbury looks to do something about this 0-0 score.
Salisbury, the DH, looks at one low, kicks up some dirt, count goes 1-0. Lopez seemingly losing his, he's not able to hit he hasn't been able to hit his spots lately in this inning, and it's costing them. I mean, 3 base runners, and when you only have 1 hit, too, so it hasn't been because they've been swinging the bats. It's because they've been checking out pitches, and this one goes right up the middle. Diving play is made, touching second. Really nice play there by Martin on the diving stop, able to get his glove to touch second. Run will score, but that saved another one right there as the diving stop by the second baseman saved a run. 1-0 Rockville.
An RBI there for Salisbury. He had 3 hits in the first game against Mid-Atlantic. Pitched a gem in the second game versus them, and then here in the third, he's really got his name written all over this series.
RBI fielder's choice there for Salisbury as he sits on first, Bowman on third. The runners on the corners there for Alex Felix, getting his second opportunity at the plate in this one. Swing and a miss on that breaking ball yet again. As we talked about, Felix can be such a dangerous hitter.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the more aggressive batters in the Rockville lineup. I've seen a little bit of swing and miss out of his game, but just as much as he's done that, he's put the ball in play, so
no doubt
to see him do that here.
Certainly an aggressive hitter as Felix. You'll take what you can get with him, though, because when he can make contact, it does go far, and he'll look at this one outside from Lopez. Count goes even at 1. No real leads for the runners on the corners. That is Salisbury and Bowman there. Coming home is Lopez. This one's popped out. Right side. Will it stay in play? First baseman after it, and he can't get there. Pickle again, ranging into foul territory. Unable to come up with that little pop fly. Count goes 1-2.
Really fortunate for Salix there. He got a good pitch to hit. Got under it a little bit. Popped it towards the right side. He'll get another shot at it here. 2 strikes. You want to see him shorten up, try to work the ball the other way. Get this guy from third home.
Felix from the right side. Looks like a little bit of a hole there between the first and second baseman there. As you talked about, he'll be looking to try and go the other way here. 1-2, 2 outs, top of the third here. 1-0 lead for Rockville. Lopez looking to get out of this jam as the 1-2 pitch comes in and outside. Another nice stop made by Tyson behind the plate, potentially saving a run there as the count goes even at 2s. Felix taking his time, digging into that right-hander's batter's box.
I'd like to see him really shorten up on that swing. He's been taking nothing but home run hacks to this point.
Looking at ball 3. Low. Close pitch there from Lopez, but didn't get the call as that one just missed the bottom half of the strike zone. Count goes full with 2 outs here. Runners still in the corners. Will be going on this pitch.
Salix, a couple breaks in his way. His favor this at bat with the foul ball, and then that potential strike 3 going the other ways. He's got a full count here.
The 3-2. Missing just outside, and Felix with a good at-bat there. He reaches first, and once again, Rockville has the bases loaded for one of their best hitters in Johnny McMath. McMath stepping in. He is 0 for 1 in this one with a strikeout. Was one of those 4 hitters to start the game with a strikeout, but he's looking to make amends here as he will certainly have the opportunity with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Dare I say JT Money?
I guess we'll see, won't we? Well,
I'm going to give it to him. JT Money, bases loaded. We'll see what he does.
JT Money looking at strike 1 on the outside corner. Nice breaking ball there. Bit of a borderline pitch, but nevertheless a really nice breaking ball on 0-0. Count goes to 0-1. McMath waits the pitch from Lopez as he checks and fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2 quickly here for Lopez. McMath looking to stay alive here with 2 outs in the top of the third. Rockville already scratched across a run in this frame. Looking to extend upon it with the bases loaded here. 0-2, Lopez looking home. From the stretch, he deals, and he's got the strike 3 call. McMath didn't take the bat off his shoulder there, and Lopez is able to get out of the inning, only allowing 1 run to Rockville. 1 run on 1 hit for the Express as we head to the bottom of the third. 1-0 game. Welcome back here in the bottom of the third inning. Rockville up 1-0, and something we talked about a lot in that early part of that last game is, I mean, FTB's pitching really let them down. That's not the case in this one.
Yeah, pitching, so we'll see. Abrams working a good game so far. We had a defensive sub just announced as Bryce Green takes over for Salix. They're splitting time at third as the same substitution was made in the last game as well.
Abrams stays on the mound here to start this bottom of the third inning on Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all you watching out there on this hot Sunday here in Baltimore as Abrams deals to start the bottom of the third and gets a swing and miss on a nice inside fastball there. Martin, we saw him make a really nice play there at second to prevent multiple Rockville runs from coming across in that last inning. And he'll look at his first looks. Abrams working quickly, gets another swing and miss. Count goes 0-2.
Abrams working with a lead for the first time today. Certainly a different aspect of pitching as a swinging bunt's put out and play to third. Green didn't really have much of a jump on it as the hitter will reach there.
Martin reaches easily there on that little dribbler to third as he'll occupy first base. Seems like he's got some speed. He got down there quite easily. As we flip the lineup over, and Bailey will come back up to get his second look of the game. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, Caleb Bailey, the right fielder. Abrams gets that advantageous look there at the first base runner, being the lefty as he misses low and inside for ball 1. The 4th hit of the day for FTP Mid-Atlantic. Out-hitting Rockville 4-1 here, but Rockville does maintain the lead nonetheless. Foul ball off his foot.
And that was something I touched on earlier is hitting-wise, on paper, Mid-Atlantic, competing well with Rockville for the first 2 matchups against them, but in the run column, that's the one that counts, and they're leaving a lot of runners out on base. See what they do here with 1 on and no outs. Yeah, the opportunistic hitting, has not been there for FTP Mid-Atlantic in this little set of games against Rockville so far. We'll see if that changes today as Abrams deals on the nice breaking pitch. Finding the inside corner there, count goes 1-2. No outs here in the first inning. Michael Martin there on first base. Swinging foul ball back by Bailey. Caleb Bailey stays alive here. 1-2. I don't know about you, but I'd be keeping an eye on first base there. Looks like Martin's getting a pretty big lead there Yeah, your eyes on first base, my eyes towards that parking lot on a foul ball.
Abrams deals. Chopping foul ball goes to the right side. And one of the bench players for Rockville makes a nice play on that one.
Looks like Orsini.
Yeah, we've had a little
Zeke on the
Zeke
foul ball there.
Who was originally expected to start this game, but Abrams coming in his place nonetheless as the lefty deals. Check swing, but it won't matter as a strike 3 is called on the outside corner. Bailey sent back to the dugout. Big first out here for Abrams.
Yeah, looking like the right call was made as Abrams a very strong start to this point. I'm sure you'll see A.J. Zeke at some point as he's been a solid arm. Got a start and as well as a bullpen appearance for Rockville this season. So this one gets away and Martin will advance easily.
First pitch to Ellison misses wide and Martin will walk to second base. So FTB Mid-Atlantic yet again getting another runner in scoring position. Let's see if they can, as we talked about, get some opportunistic hits here and get some runs across. Hasn't been able to really materialize so far in this doubleheader, but looking to change the tides. And just as we did in the first end, we have a bit of a ball problem here as we seem to be running out of baseballs in a hurry here at Dundalk.
Yeah, and despite the umpire still throwing that one away, must not have liked something with that baseball.
Quick delivery from Abrams, misses outside, count goes 2-0. One out here, bottom of the third. Martin on second base for Mid-Atlantic. The pitch from Abrams, check swing, he did go. Home plate umpire makes the call. Big first strike there for Abrams in this at bat as the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, saw the hitter wanting to get aggressive on the 2-0, chasing at the one in the dirt, as this will bring it to 2-1.
Swinging a pop fly to center field. Saylor trying to get under it. That one is caught. Nice play on the run by Saylor. Tagging up is Martin, and he'll get to third on that deep fly ball. Really nice play. Battling the sun to Saylor, but able to make the catch.
Not only that, with the big outfielders we've touched on today, Saylor covering a lot of ground on that one. Really, really ranging to his left. Able to get there in time for the second out.
Big second out of the inning, taking away the potential for a sac fly. As Abrams looking to get out of this jam. Already 4 hits for FTB Mid-Atlantic. As we said, no runs in this one so far. As Abrams goes back into the windup for this new batter, which is Matsko, the outfielder, Nolan Matsko. 1 for 1 today.
Matsko, definitely the guy Mid-Atlantic wants up, as he's had a few hits throughout the series against Rockville. Taking a called strike 1 there.
Abrams able to work the bottom of the zone again on the fastball. Gets the call, quickly delivering again here on 1-1. This one's laced out to the second baseman and off his glove. Bowman unable to come up with that one. And FTP Mid-Atlantic gets their first run of the day across on the error. Tough play there for Bowman, but he probably still should have come up with it, glancing off his glove and into the outfield.
Yeah, unfortunately that's going to go down as an error. Rockville able to play some errorless baseball earlier in the game today. Unfortunately picking up one there, as we hope that doesn't come back to haunt them.
Abrams dealing to this new hitter here, which is Willard. Looking at one up and in. As we talked about, go back a couple plays, that tag up by Martin from second to third. Something you don't really see over the course of a baseball game a whole lot, but came up big there. Is not sure if he would have scored if he was still on second and that happened. So good base running there from FTP Mid-Atlantic. Gets this game knotted up at 1. Look over there at first. The throw goes over. Nothing going there for Abrams. Matsko gets back easily as Willard still waits for the 1-0 pitch. 2 outs here on the bottom of the third. Abrams deals. Nice little cut on that fastball from Abrams. Gets a chopping foul ball. Count goes even at 1. Abrams again taking that natural look over on the left side of the pitcher's mound to first base. As he misses low, count goes to 2-1. As not sure if that picked up on the mics, but the umpire did say it. Again, battling here with 2 outs. Abrams can't get that call low. We saw that pitch in a similar spot a couple of bats ago, but doesn't get the same result on the call as that one misses. Count goes to 3-1. Hitters count here for Willard. Again, taking a look at first. Quick delivery, and this one shot into left field, able to get down. Willard on with his first hit of the game. Matsko up to second. And FTB Mid-Atlantic keeps the line moving here in the bottom of the third.
It's a good piece of hitting there as he took an outside pitch the opposite way to left. Certainly what you want to do with a pitch like that. Didn't try to kill it. Keeps the line moving. And his team's got 2 on with 2 outs here in the third.
Quick little mound conference here as Heffley calls time, and Rick also comes out of the dugout.
They definitely want to keep this a 1-1 game.
For those of you MLB fans listening, today the Yankees just turned their second triple play of the week. Something that I'm not sure I can ever recall happening in recent baseball history, but an
Third
impressive
of the season,
feat nonetheless. Too. Yeah, third of the season. They had that weird one earlier in the week where it was the first where it was the certain kind of scoring. I don't know, but not sure. We didn't get the video yet on this one, but hopefully it's a little bit more legitimate. Not to say that wasn't legitimate, but certainly some poor base running. But I digress as Heffley returns to behind the plate as Abrams gets ready with 2 outs, 2 runners on. First and second, Willard and Matsko here for FTB Mid-Atlantic. Trey Pridgeon digs in for his second at-bat of the day. Struck out in his first one, and this one is looped out to right field. And the easy play is made by Orsini, as FTB Mid-Atlantic is only able to get 1 run across here. Matching Rockville's 1 run in the top of the third. We're tied here going into the fourth. Back here in the top of the fourth inning, and we have our first pitching change of the day. As FTB Mid-Atlantic yields to go to their bullpen, and James Toney, the tall lefty from Lancaster Bible, checks in for the Mid-Atlantic. Josh, I mean, we talked about Lopez. He seemed like he was kind of finding it a little bit there, and only gave up 1 hit in the game, that 1 run, obviously, but it did come just after the third inning. But, I mean, he pitched well, so it's a little bit of an interesting move to see them go to the bullpen this early, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, a little surprising to see Lopez taken out, especially that early. Real dominant start, but, it's a summer league. Coach wants to get a look at some different arms. It's also a 7-inning game, so that switches up the mentality a little bit as, we're midway through this one, so...
Yeah, I mean, you talk about that 7-inning doubleheader mentality. I think that kind of takes away. We talked about Rockville's issues with their, not quality of, but quantity of arms, kind of lacking that back end of the bullpen. They won't really need to go to it, and I think Mid-Atlantic might be taking on that same mentality. They don't really need to go deep into their bullpen, as this is just a 7-inning game. Yeah,
I mean, they had a real good game plan with that coming in. Rick, as we said before the game, said, I want a mercy rule in this first one, keep my pitchers low, only had to throw 5 innings. As, that'll be effective here in the second game. They didn't have to go through too many arms. You'll see A.J. Zeke take over most likely as we get going here in the top of the fourth.
Zeke getting warm in the pen as Toney looks to get his first pitch into this inning. The windup, the lefty, the slow delivery comes in high and wide. Hakopian looks at that one. Eddie Hakopian taking his second looks of the day. 0 for 1 so far. And this is a guy, I mean, We did have some trouble pronouncing his name earlier in the year, but as he started to play better, we got that nailed down pretty quickly.
Not letting me get off the hook on that one, are you?
No, it was all of us. None of us could really. It's very phonetic too, which is kind of a detriment to all of us and our inability to figure it out as quickly. But his name is Hedi Hakopian, and he does look at strike one right there in the top of the zone. From the right side, that slow delivery from Tony coming in yet again, and this one's fouled off to the right side. James Toney, as we said, the lefty from Lancaster Bible, already comes set on the mound. Hakopian not really dug into the box yet, but Tony is ready on the bump. The 1-2 pitch on its way from Tony. Inside, really, some athletic maneuvers by Hakopian to get out of the way of that pitch. Looks like he did a little bit of a spin move there.
Yeah, bench yelling, wear it.
Maybe he could have played running back for the Steelers last year. Anyway, back into the windup goes Tony. The pitch, missing low, and maybe a little bit outside as the count runs full here with no outs in the top of the fourth.
Apologies to non-Steeler fans for that comment, but, you know, it's what you get when you've got two Pittsburgh guys on the mic.
Hey, in Najee Harris we trust.
In Najee we trust.
The lefty looking on 3-2. Missing low again, and Hakopian really quality at bat there as he reaches first to start the fourth. Rockville still only with one hit, but it feels like they've had several threats in this game so far. Again, not really needing to swing the bat, but able to generate opportunities nonetheless.
Yeah, just one hit here in this one, yet you see an even score. On the flip side, 5 hits for Mid-Atlantic, as they've not been able to get all their runners across, as that has proved costly through their first 2 games against Rockville. We'll see what it does here in the third.
And as we said, the only column that really matters is runs, and we're knotted at 1 here in the top of the fourth as Tony looks to have this first base runner not come back to haunt him as he checks on first. Hakopian getting back standing up. Not really a sizable lead over there for Eddie.
Surprising, he's been one of the more aggressive base runners for Rockville throughout the season.
Yep. And 2 out of 3 pitchers in this game, have been lefties, so that little advantageous look over at first as Heffley gets hit on the upper shoulder there, and he reaches base. So a couple quick base runners here for Rockville. Still no outs in the top of the fourth inning. Yeah,
one thing I definitely noticed on that pitch home is Tony took an extra look at Hakopian there at first. Hakopian will dance over with his lead, got inside his head, messed up the delivery from Tony, and you've got 2 on with no outs.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other part. When you get a couple base runners, starts to get in the head of the pitchers a little bit, and we maybe saw it a little bit there as Heffley gets hit there, bringing up Ethan Zorbaugh with his second at-bat of the day. 0 for 1 so far is the righty. Zorbaugh with that calm approach in the box. Awaits the stretch pitch from Tony. Gets the bunt down right to the pitcher, and his only move is to first as Zorbaugh successfully gets the runners up to second and third. Nice bunt there laid down by Zorbaugh, and Rockville's got runners on second and third with 1 out.
Yeah, absolute team play right there. Trust the guys behind you. Rio Fabre will be up, and a hit in this one. Had a double earlier today. He's the guy you want with runners on second and third. Ride that hot hand.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, Fabre really a lot of success in this doubleheader. Even though he only played 5 innings in that first half, still picked up a couple of extra base hits looking to get another ball into the outfield here. Reaching base has been the name of the game here for Rockville, and Fabre looks to continue on that. Still only 1 hit, but runners on second and third. As the pitch comes high and gets away from the catcher, runner comes halfway down the line. Going back to third, though, is Hakopian safely. Looks like he thought about there for a second, but again, Tyson's been working really well back there.
Yeah, you got to be decisive. Ball gets away. You either want to break for the plate or head back. You don't want to get caught in no man's land, as he nearly was there.
Yep. Hakopian came about halfway down the line. Tyson looked him back, but Hakopian able to get back to third safely. Still runners on second and third. 1 out here. 1-0 count here to Fabre. That cadence between pitches for Tony continuing to be slow as he takes a minute. Deals. Again missing high and wide. That high fastball is, again, not able to find the strike zone, and Fabre working this count to 2-0. Another hitter's count for Rockville.
And he does have that base open if he so chooses to put Fabre on. Certainly been hitting well against them today, as he's got runners in scoring position. See what the game plan is here for Tony.
The 2-0 is fouled back. And man with a cooler makes a nice play. And another foul ball gets away, and we'll probably hear about that later from the umpire and not having enough baseballs. Nevertheless, Fabre, 2-1. Tony getting set on the mound. Coming set. That closed stance on the mound coming back into play as he delivers on 2-1. This one's chopped right back to him, and up the middle, a slow ground ball gets through. And Fabre reaches the second run coming around to score. Both Hakopian and Heffley come in. Excuse me, that was the courtesy runner. But nevertheless, 2-run score, and Derek Sawyer comes in. That was the second run there for Rockville. As this is now a 3-run game thanks to the base hit from Fabre.
Fabre, have yourself a day.
Really. Just unbelievable hitting so far for him. As he's a bit of a heat check at bat there for him, and he certainly passed it as he now occupies first base with 1 out here, and now a 3-run lead for Rockville.
Yeah, Rockville only 2 hits of the day, both coming from Rio Fabre, as they lead 3-1.
Really nice piece of hitting there. Didn't get a lot on it, but put it in the right place and was able to really come up with a big hit for Rockville as Tony misses outside to the left-hander Orsini, who, as we said, put a ball over that really tall wall in right field earlier in this doubleheader, looking to do the same here again. A little bit of wishful thinking potentially, but nevertheless, Orsini has been a really solid player so far this season, and he's been a guy Rockville's been trusting to get some big hits in the lineup. We'll see if he can come through again here as Tony misses low. Still 1 out. Looks like Tony's maybe taking a minute here. Again, this is another one of those pitchers. They pulled Lopez, and Tony hasn't really been able to find the strike zone here early on. 13 pitches, only 38% strike rate so far. Time called. As I'm surprised we haven't seen that earlier. Orsini calls it at the plate, but Tony's been taking a while with that delivery every time, and that's something you kind of see from hitters if they're taking too long. And Orsini able to call time there and reset.
Yeah, Orsini, clearly an experienced hitter, knows what to do with the count and the situation. Steps out, regroups. See what he does here, 2-0.
As Josh said, 2-0, 1 out here. Top of the 4th inning. Tony again deals nice inside fastball there. Gets Orsini swinging. 2-1 count here. That's a big comeback pitch. You did not want to go down 3-0 to another hitter there and potentially be putting another runner on there with the free pass, but able to get back in this at bat is Tony. 2 runs across here in the top of the 4th inning for Rockville. Orsini chops this one foul right back to the dugout. Counts now even at 2-2. So nice job by Tony battling back again and forcing Orsini's hand here. Coming set. Taking a look over at first. Firing that breaking ball that didn't come down. Out yet again for Mid-Atlantic. Count goes full. That could have been a dangerous one if he left it a little bit lower. That hanging breaking ball, as we've seen, has come back to haunt teams in the past.
Yeah, especially had that been a fastball.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that was a curveball. Catcher had to stand up to catch it.
Orsini might have gone from 9-hole to parking lot yet again there if that was a little bit lower. But nevertheless, runner goes here on 3-2. Very close pitch from Tony there. Just missed outside, though. Orsini good at bat again as Rockville works yet another walk in this one.
Hey,
that's their 5th of the day. Yeah, so I mean, as we talked about, this is... Hey, here's the thing. If we combine the last 2 games, which has been 4 innings and 5 innings, we have the new season high total for walks, which is now, with combined in the doubleheaders, now 16. 6 in this one.
We pointed out earlier in the first matchup between these two, Mid-Atlantic walking 13. We were trying to see if they beat that total as they walked 10 through 5 innings last game.
Bowman now stepping in. Ball went off his glove earlier into the outfield. That was the only FTB Mid-Atlantic run. As Josh flinched on the foul ball right back here. Did that hit the camera?
I didn't flinch. I was trying to make sure it didn't hit the camera, but no, just missed it.
Yeah, that's why you moved the other way.
I don't flinch.
Yeah. We had another one last game where I was kind of standing off to the side and it almost thought I was going to take my head off for a second, but did forget there was a screen in front of us. 0-1. Tony takes a look back at second, stepping off there. eyeing Fabre back there. A runner in scoring position here also. Orsini on first base. 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Already 2 runs across here for Rockville in this frame. Still only 2 hits, but they lead 3-1 here. Up and outside again there from Tony. Count now even at 1s.
Gotta really question that pitching change.
Yep.
You had a great appearance from the starting pitcher, and then the bullpen coming in shaky. One thing Rockville's done really well all series is they've jumped on the relievers here for Mid-Atlantic.
Tony deals this one's foul to the side. I mean, as you said, Lopez was one of the pitchers who was kind of able to break that trend of FTB Mid-Atlantic pitchers kind of walking guys over and over. I mean, he struck out the first 4 of the game, finished with 6 through 3 innings pitched. And, I mean, take him out of the game and you kind of lose that effect again. Count 1-2, 1 out. Tony coming set. Runner's going here on this one. Missing low and outside. Throw goes to third, and Fabre is in safely with the head first dive. Double steal executed there successfully by Rockville. And all of a sudden, you got 2 runners in scoring position here for Bowman, who's looking to make amends for that error earlier.
Rick
and he
Price
can really
plenty
do so.
Tricks up his sleeve. Certainly no fear in being aggressive on the base path, as it pays off there as they get a double steal, putting 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, I mean, as we've seen all year, he's been very eager to pull the trigger on aggressive base running moves. Saw it again there. Count even at 2s here. RBI opportunity for Bowman coming from Tony, 2-2. Swing and a miss on the strike. And that's a big second out there for Tony. Leadoff hitter Chance Saller stepping in. Back again. He is 0 for 1 on the day, but has reached base on the walk, as we said. Part of that mounting walk party of Rockville, I guess you could say.
A good opportunity for Saylor to knock in 2, as he's got runners at 2nd and 3rd. Takes a cut and a miss on that one.
Leadoff hitter maybe not presented with as many RBI opportunities as some of the other guys in the heart of this order, but is presented with one here in the top of the 4th. Potential to put up a really big inning here for Rockville if he can deliver a base hit here, but
if you remember back to the first game, almost went back-to-back off of Orsini's home run. Ball was caught out on the warning track from the lefty.
Saylor hit one to that 293 sign, which we have kind of come to a consensus is mislabeled. There's no chance it's 293. It's at least, what do we say, 310 at the
I'd
shortest.
Say. Looks about the same as the 320 and left.
This one again outside, and this one's going to go to the backstop. A run's going to come home for Rockville. Fabre scores on the how are we going to score that? Nevertheless, it goes to the backstop, and a run scores here for Rockville. Now 4-1.
Wild pitch for sure.
Yeah, it would go as a wild pitch. That was a tough play. Tyson's really been put to work in this one and just unable to come up with that one.
Yeah, about a 56-foot breaking ball. Hard for the catcher to hang on, and the large backstop allowing for a run to score as Rockville takes a 4-1 lead.
Hate to harp on the same point again, but 4 runs, 2 hits. Ball bouncing in yet again. Count goes to 2-2 with 2 outs. Orsini now sitting on third after the wild pitch. Tony trying to hone back in on his command here late in the 4th inning. As we talked about, this is only a 7-inning game, so FTB Mid-Atlantic might have a bit of an uphill battle coming back after this one as he delivers a high fastball just missing the outside corner. Looks like that was a pretty good pitch, but not able to get the call as this count goes full.
Yeah, that's frustrating as a pitcher when you've fallen behind in an inning. Those are the ones you really want to see called. Didn't get the call there, and he'll have to regroup, come back with something stronger on 2-0.
Tony again going to need to make a pitch here on 3-2. Runner on third, 2 outs here. Back in the stretch, fires home. And it looked like that one didn't miss by much, but kind of crossed up the catcher a little bit. And nice walk there by Saylor. Again, reaching base in this one, bringing up Danny Salisbury. So a good at-bat from Saylor. Second time he's been aboard in this one. Danny Salisbury looking to build off of his RBI from earlier on. He is 0 for 2, but did drive in that first run of the game for Rockville. Taking a look at first is Tony coming home, swinging and a miss. Salisbury a little bit behind that one. Also wasn't expecting the low fastball. Nicely located there from Tony.
I'm a little surprised to see second base so far over, as Salisbury's last at-bat was a grounder up the middle. Now he's got a huge hole up the center of the diamond with a runner on third.
This one is skied out between the shortstop and left fielder, and Matsko, the left fielder, able to come in and get that one. Big inning as Rockville puts up a crooked number, and that number is a 3, extending the lead to 4-1 in this one. We'll be back after this for the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-run lead for Rockville headed into the break. Welcome back here, bottom of the 4th inning in this one after Rockville took a 4-1 lead in the top of the 4th frame. We have another pitching change here as A.J. Zeke checks in for Rockville. He's been really solid so far this year. I mean, we talked about Abrams, really solid performance from him, but A.J. Zeke, a guy who we have become accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, and coming in with a 3-run lead, Rick Price, obviously full trust in Zeke, as he's been hands down one of the strongest arms coming out of this Rockville pen throughout the season. See what he does with this team up 3.
Connor Pickle stepping in yet again. He has a hit so far in his only at bat today. He'll look at ball 2 outside. Due up this inning for FTV Mid-Atlantic, Connor Pickle, Mark Brady, Cameron Tyson, the catcher, to round things off in the top 3 of the order.
Zeke pitched 4 innings, closing out a strong start by starter Nicky Woking the other day.
Yeah. That game at Catholic U was a really, really good performance from the pitching staff of Rockville all around. And on command, Zeke delivers a strike to get that column finally tacked off in his score sheet today as the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, and 3 innings to work with for this home half. Zeke, no stranger to working 3 innings out of the pen. We'll see if he goes the rest of the way.
Another called strike there on 2-1. As the count now goes even at 2 strikes and 2 balls as Zeke comes home. The off-speed pitch is popped up. Heffley trying to find it near home plate, and he does successfully. Zeke with a really nice first batter faced as Pickle skies out, and we'll call it a foul ball, maybe?
Yeah.
A foul out? Very close, but right around that home plate area nonetheless. Nice play by Heffley to track that down.
Real nice break on that pitch from Zeke, especially since that's the first breaking ball he's thrown today. Really not much the hitter could do with that pitch other than sky it right up to the catcher.
Mark Brady stepping up now. We don't think he's related to Tom, but does wear the same number and fouls that back to the screen. Zeke, after those first 2 balls going down 2-0 to the Connor Pickle, able to hone back in, and next 3 pitches have been strikes, and now next 4 pitches have been strikes.
As he comes back, great command on his breaking ball.
Yep. That's been something we've seen huge from both sides. Pitchers who are able to locate their breaking ball well, and we see it again there as a swing and a miss low. That breaking ball in the dirt throw goes down to first from Heffley, and he makes his second play of the inning. As Zeke picks up a strikeout there, and there's now 2 down in the bottom of the 4th.
Really sound defense for this team. I know that was a struggle early on in both losses to start the season. Rockville winning 3 straight, sharp defense, great pitching. They look for 4 in a row here. Fundamentals,
and we've seen it so far from Rockville in this one. And only one error earlier on, but it did cost him a run, but otherwise have been very clean in this doubleheader so far. FTB Mid-Atlantic, as we talked about, were able to kind of get the bats on the balls earlier in this game. They've kind of gone cold as of late.
Yeah, it's something you see late in the game as your pitchers start to settle in. Abrams finished out the rest of his start really strong, and Zeke picking up right where he left off.
Cameron Tyson looks at ball one high. As we talked about, he's been really active back there as the catcher for Mid-Atlantic, and I think he saved a couple runs on this one. Been really, really good defensively and been really put to work by his pitchers, unfortunately, in this one as he check swings on a high pitch. The appeal goes to first base, who says he did swing.
Yeah, no doubt on that one. Just make sure the field ump is paying attention to the game as he makes the right call, bringing the count to 1-1.
The 1-1 pitch from Zeke misses high and wide. Ooh, excuse me, that's a strike on the outside corner. Close pitch there. Zeke gets the call. I mean, as we talked about, that field ump's been in a couple different places in this game we've seen so far, out behind the mound in the first game, but new umpiring crew, and honestly, that's the more advantageous look at the pitches. But Zeke dealing on the breaking ball. What a pitch there. Completely crossing Tyson up. And Zeke is out of the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for him. No base runners for Mid-Atlantic. Nice inning from the Rockville reliever yet again in this one. 4-1 still, headed into the bottom of the 5th. Back here, top of the 5th inning, 4-1 lead still on for Rockville, as we see another new pitcher into the game for the FTB Blazers. Yes, I keep forgetting that. We don't know if it's an acronym or what, but Andrew Gray nevertheless checks in the righty from Worcester Polytechnic Institute. So, computer scientist by night, relief pitcher by day.
And he'll look into Bryce Green, was a late sub into this one, coming in for Salix Felix. So they split time at third base. See what he does in his first at-bat here.
Gray, the righty, digs in to start the 5th inning with a low ball that Green watches bounce and working the count in his favor early.
See if Green can find some green out there. A lot of room out there in right center.
That's a good pun. I like that.
Thank you.
Foul ball back to the screen. Count goes to 1-1. Have we decided on the Johnny McMath nickname yet, if we're going with that or not?
I think the jury's still out on it.
Ball goes to the backstop again, something we've kind of become accustomed to. Don't have the field mic out today, but it would be really going off if it was out/worked.
I think the mic's picking up just fine. As y'all at home certainly heard that hit the wall.
3-1 misses outside. Or excuse me, the 2-1 misses outside. And again going to the backstop on command. Green swinging and missing at that one. Nicely located fastball there from Gray up in the zone. Gets the swing and miss. The count goes full. Gray, the righty, starting from the stretch in this one as his Green bounces one to second base. Martin again on that one. Easy throw to first. First out of the inning. Recorded. We saw Martin make a spectacular play earlier on. Didn't really need to do as much for that one, but play made nonetheless.
Yeah, Martin's been a pretty steady fielder throughout these 3 games for Mid-Atlantic, making the play there and getting the first out for his club here in the 5th.
Martin also reached base on that swinging bunt earlier in this one. Now stepping in, Johnny McMath yet again to take another look for Rockville. This one misses. McMath 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, but as we've said before, we've seen what he can do, and that's he's definitely due as he pops it up. Right field. Bailey under that easily. 2 outs.
Heard the crack of the bat on that swing. My first look was off to right center.
Yeah, he made contact, hit it to the wrong part of the field. Got a little bit under it there, and McMath held hitless yet again in this one. As he's now 0 for 3, and Eddie Akopian steps in the top of the 5th inning with 2 out, trying to get something going here in this 5th inning. Hakopian 0 for 1 on the day, but has scored a run, reached on a walk earlier as he looks at that one low and away. Gray so far making quick work of this Rockville heart of the order. Called strike there on a nice pitch.
Saw Hakopian step out of the box before the pitch. Wonder if he wanted the time there and didn't get it.
Just missing with that one is Gray. Hakopian, the 4-hitter. Looking at that one, count goes to 2-1. No one on the bases, 2 outs here on the top of the 5th for Rockville. Swing and a chopper, looks like it went between the umpire's legs. And to the backstop yet again. Count goes even at 2s here. FTB Mid-Atlantic 1 strike away from getting their first 1-2-3 inning since the first, when Lopez was checked in. Andrew Gray, the righty, looking ready, takes his signs, comes set, and steps off. He'll reset. Doing it again on 2-2. Check swing there, fouled off the catcher's gear and again to the backstop. Nice job there by Hakopian to stay alive on that 2-2 pitch.
Unfortunate, actually, that he got that check swing back because that one skipped away. It would have gotten to first base pretty easily there. As works the count full.
Chopper foul. Rick making no effort to get that ground ball.
Yeah, he'll fish it out of the net.
Tough to blame him. As anyone who's ever been to a baseball game knows, the base coaches do not have gloves on. So that would have been a painful play to make, but rolling to the fence nonetheless. Full count here, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Gray again stepping up. We've seen that a couple times, him taking a minute on the mound there to regather and get his signs. Quick delivery after he comes set, though. Misses low and away. And Eddie Akopian reaches here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Another walk here issued by Mid-Atlantic here. That's the 7th of the day here. As Saylor leads the team with 2, but Hakopian picks up his first of the day. His second of the day. On first. Sizable lead, but no look over as Gray catches the outside corner with a strike there.
Hakopian, once again, one of the more patient hitters. Patience paying off there as he's able to work a 2-out walk. Rockville still threatening here in the 5th.
Heffley steps up again, the catcher. Fouling this one into the long foul territory. A lot of ground to cover and a diving play made there by Bailey, but he's unable to come up with it. Looks a little slow to get up after that one, as he kind of ran into that bullpen area to try to make that catch. And as we talked about a couple times in this broadcast, that foul ground, both behind the plates and down the lines, is pretty lengthy, and a lot of space there to cover to no avail for Bailey.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's one of those plays you got to talk on. Pickle didn't really get out of his way, and the sliding stop looks like he lost it behind Pickle. Unfortunate miscommunication, could have been the 3rd out, and that's a wasted effort, as he was really moving for that ball.
Yeah, he certainly covered a lot of ground to get there, but just couldn't come up with it, as the count now goes.
Circles back to the fundamentals we were talking about earlier. Hakopian breaks for second, throw down, not in time. He's in there with a stolen base.
Stolen base for Hakopian as that 0-2 pitch missed low and away. Rockville suddenly with the runner in scoring position. Heffley trying to come up with a big hit here to extend that lead. James Heffley 0 for 0 in this game. Reached base on a walk and scored a run earlier on. Hakopian with a sizable lead, but no one there to cover him. Oh, wow. Close pitch on the inside corner there from Gray. Heffley stood there for a second. That was a close pitch, and he set down, and the inning is over. Top of the fifth comes to a close as Rockville now heads out into the field. Up 4-1 in this one. Back here to start the bottom of the fifth inning. Rockville up 4-1 in this one over FTB Mid-Atlantic as AJ Zeke comes in for his second inning of work. Already 2 strikeouts for the right-hander. Pitched well, only 12 pitches in that first inning. Very efficient work as we've become accustomed to seeing from him this year.
And throw down, we get underway here in the bottom of the fifth.
As we said, this game coming to its latter stages as this is only a 7-inning game. Only a few more chances here for FTP Mid-Atlantic to make up some ground under that 3-run deficit. As now stepping in is Michael Martin. First pitch to him misses low. Close pitch there from Zeke. Looked like it had the right spot, but just missed a little bit low there. The fastball, that one.
And he'll adjust. He'll come back with the 1-0.
Back to the windup goes Zeke, missing low there again. This one bounces in the dirt, not as close this time. And again, he starts off the inning with a 2-0 count. Michael Martin, as we talked about, very good game in the field defensively. 2 plays made over there at second base. A hit in this one, and has also scored the only run for Mid-Atlantic. As this one misses, count goes to 3-0. Take sign likely on here for Martin. Back to the windup goes Zeke. The 3-0 pitch misses low yet again, and we've seen that miss a couple times so far from Zeke in this inning, and Martin reaches base. So 4 consecutive balls there, and FTB Mid-Atlantic has a base runner here in the bottom of the fifth. Stepping in now for Mid-Atlantic is Caleb Bailey, the leadoff hitter. He's got 2 strikeouts in this one, and as we saw last inning, looks like he might have gotten a little bit banged up trying to chase down a foul ball over there. And he watches this one. Outside fastball. Miss from Zeke, so 5 consecutive balls to open up the inning from Zeke. Runner on first there again.
See if he can regroup, find the strike zone here. He's working with the runner on, no away.
Zeke from the stretch able to find the zone again there. And for the first time this inning, we hear a strike call from the umpire.
Hopefully a few more, get out of this inning, keep the lead right where it is, and get the boys back up in the 6th.
Zeke, little slide step there, misses wide. Two one count now. Zeke standing at 6'3" out of Union University. Class of 2022 there as this one comes out of Heffley's glove, and he just has to watch Martin go into second base. So the pass ball there allows the runner to advance into scoring position, and the count goes 3-1. Bailey presented with a hitter's count and an opportunity here on the bottom of the fifth.
tough start to the inning for Zeke. First the walk, and now wild pitch getting away.
And another walk here as Bailey reaches base, and now Mid-Atlantic seems to be building something here in the bottom of the fifth as they have 2 runners on now with nobody out. And Heffley jogs out to the mound to talk to his pitcher.
Mid-Atlantic threatening here. They're still searching their first win of the season. They've got their tying run at the plate if they're able to get everyone around. But as we've said many times today, straining runners has been a problem for them.
It's a constant storyline with this team so far as Heffley jogs out from trying to slow down his pitcher a little bit. Bunt on, and this one looks like he fouled it off his leg, potentially. Does Alec Ellison. So trying to get both runners into scoring position there. Bit of an interesting tactic considering they're down 3 with nobody out, but nevertheless, that bunt unsuccessful as it dribbles foul.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to try and bunt, too, on a breaking ball. As he shows bunt again.
Another breaking ball. Martin breaking for third, and nobody's home to cover the base. Martin with a free base there.
Heads up base running by Martin once again.
Great base running again. He steals another base as Rockville just wasn't positioned right for that one, as that one misses low again. But they do say he went around on the bunt, I believe. Another breaking ball in the dirt. They're not sure if he offered or not. Zeke holds there for a second on the mound. And Ellison calls time. Bailey on first, Martin on third here. No outs. Bottom of the fifth inning for Mid-Atlantic. Zeke deals, swinging and a miss. And Alec Ellison. Now, apparently he did not go around on that last bunt, and the count now goes 1-2.
Yeah, I certainly thought he did.
Yeah, it was certainly a close call. Wasn't really a clear statement from the umpire, it didn't seem like, but count is 1-2 nonetheless here. Zeke, really nice breaking ball. Gets the strikeout.
Doesn't matter after all.
Zeke again burying that breaking ball and getting the hitter to offer. Really nice pitch there and a huge strikeout here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Zeke, a good bounce back. You haven't seen him work with runners in scoring position much this year. As his first and third, he gets a strikeout.
Nolan Matsko, the left fielder, again digging in here. Looks at a breaking ball. Really nice pitch again from Zeke. That same breaking ball, but he brought it up a little bit this time, and it caught the outside corner. 0-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Zeke taking a minute on the mound here. The lefty, Nolan Matsko, digs in. He's 1 for 2 today. Zeke on that slide step yet again. Heffley throws down to second. A great throw. The tag comes around, and he got him. What a throw there by Heffley, and a great tag there by, Hakopian there as well to bring it around to the other side of the base, and Bailey's gunned down by the Rockville catcher.
And perhaps yet another miscue for Mid-Atlantic as they had first and third with no one out. Still scoreless in the inning with 2 outs and a runner on third. Zeke just 1 out away from getting out of this.
And as you mentioned, Josh, as that one misses outside, I mean, they haven't really been able to muster much in this inning. And, I mean, they're down 3. I kind of question the decision to steal the base there.
Yeah, they wanted to try small ball tactic. Obviously not successful. They certainly want to get that runner in from third, but Zeke really getting some momentum with these last 2 hitters.
Called strike there from Zeke as the count goes to 0-2. Excuse me, that's 1-2. Heffley with a really nice throw down there, the D1 level catcher. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball. Zeke with a great pitch to get out of the frame. And Mid-Atlantic, as we've talked about, again, unable to get an opportunistic hit. And there's still a 4-1 game here as we head to the 6th inning. And we're back here in the top of the 6th inning here. New pitcher again on for Mid-Atlantic. It's Kendall McCoy. The big number 27 out of UMD here. The third baseman pitcher hybrid. Another one of these guys who's kind of a Swiss Army knife for them, as he checks in for his first pitching appearance of the doubleheader and 3-game slate against Rockville.
Yeah, McCoy pitched in the first one. If I remember correctly, he bailed out a shaky start from his starting guy on Friday night. He comes in relief here again, looking to keep this lead right where it is.
McCoy rocking the pink arm sleeve, something you don't really see a whole lot from pitchers, but I guess when you play another position, you might be more willing to wear that.
Yeah, it went on Father's Day.
Ethan Zorbaugh digging in here for Rockville, 0 for 1 on the day. Last time up, sacrifice bunt as he looked at this one low and away. Really nice bunt, as we talked about at the time, too, to advance those 2 runners into scoring position. Zorbaugh got that one down and able to do his job successfully. Hopefully he can do the same here as he leads off the top of the 6th for Rockville.
Yeah, Ethan, really one of those guys who can do it all. If you think back to the first game, he almost hit a home run. Pitched a great game, some good defensive plays in left, and then, like you said, able to get a bunt down. Really, really doing it all out there.
McCoy missing there on the 1-0 count, goes to 2-0. Tried to go inside fastball there. Didn't come in enough to catch the inside of the plate. Hitter's count here for Zorbaugh. And that looked like maybe a slider missed high. And McCoy falling behind 3-0 in this at-bat in his first batter he's faced today. McCoy comes set, goes to the windup. Deals. Missing low again, and a 4-pitch walk by Zorbaugh leads off the inning for Rockville. And as we talked about, hate to harp on the same storyline again, but 8 walks again in this just 5 innings so far for Rockville. We're in the 6th now, but 8 walks, that's definitely something that's going to win you some games. That patience at the plate.
Yeah, don't hate it too much, because to put a lot of runs on the board for us, got us in some good opportunities, is Rio Fabre, the hot hitter of the day. 2 hits to this point. Strides in with no outs and a runner on first.
Fabre, a scoreline filled with 2s, 2 RBIs, 2 hits, 2 runs, and 2 at-bats. This one goes high and in. Kind of nonchalantly gets out of the way at that one, but it was a little close to his head. Count goes 1-0.
Stone cold take.
McCoy trying to find the strike zone early. Having trouble doing so as he takes a look over at first, holds for a second, and goes from the stretch, missing low and away again, and Zorbaugh's going to walk into second base, so Rockville again capitalizing on the air and gets a runner in scoring position here with 0 outs in the 6th.
That long backstop is really proven negative here for Mid-Atlantic, as they've given up quite a few base runners, allowing them to advance because of it.
McCoy deals. Misses low again there. And the book closed on Andrew Gray, the last pitcher for Mid-Atlantic. 1 inning, 20 pitches. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, no earned runs, no hits. So pretty solid outing for him. As McCoy now goes 3-0 again. 7 balls to open up the inning for the right-hander. As Fabre looks to get on base for his 3rd time in this game and 5th time in the last 2 games. 6th, excuse me. McCoy looks and fires home, and that one just finds the top half of the strike zone as he works it to 3-1. Very close pitch there. Fabre getting the signs. McCoy getting ready back on the mound. Runner on second is Zorbaugh. He gets a lengthy lead, no one there to cover. Taking a look and dealing is McCoy. Nice breaking ball there, and the count goes full. Swing and a miss there from Fabre.
Fabre got a breaking ball. Unfortunately, unable to make contact with it. Thought he got the head on a fastball. Tried to rope it out towards left, and we'll have to do it again with a 3-2.
Fabre a little out and ahead of that one. Waved and missed. Count goes full now, and McCoy steps off to look back to Zorbaugh, who goes back to an uncovered second base. 3-2. Fouled away by Fabre up into the building yet again. That building's taking a bit of a beating here in this game, excuse me. But yeah, it's an interesting layout. Foul balls seem to be easily getting lost here at Dundalk Community College. McCoy deals. Swing and a ball hit high out to left field. Tracing back is Matsko, but he makes the play after he gets under it. Nice contact there from Fabre, making a bid for a second extra base hit, or a third extra base hit of this game, excuse me, to no avail.
And that'll bring in Steven Orsini. Homered in the first game today. See what he does here with a runner on second and 1 out.
Orsini 0 for 1 in this one with a walk. Still only 1 out in the inning as Zorba reached second after that passed ball, and this one again goes high. McCoy again having trouble finding the strike zone, something we've seen a lot here from these pitchers, and only issued 1 walk so far, but has gone down to every hitter he's faced so far as he deals again, missing low again. Not missing up high as we've seen from some of the other pitchers for Mid-Atlantic, but he is missing nonetheless, and that's posing a problem for them in this one.
And we'll see Rockville try to capitalize off of that. The Orsini ahead 2-0 in the count. Hitters count to him.
The 12th pitch of the outing of McCoy comes in, and it's outside. So 3-0 now to Steve Orsini. In no hurry to try to swing on this one, I can imagine. Zorba sitting on second base there. Still only 1 out in the inning. Only 2 hits for Rockville still so far through 6, but they still hold on to that 3-run lead. The 3-0. Missing high and wide again, and Orsini's on.
Yeah, they knew who was at bat there. He burned him with a 3-run shot in the first game, as we've alluded to many times. Not wanting to pitch to him there, put him on, and Rockville will have runners on first and second here with only 1 away in the inning.
Nathan Bowman steps up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Reached base on a walk earlier on, but struck out as well. Runners on first and second here for Rockville. McCoy deals low and away and gets that call on the breaking ball. Looked like that might have been a little outside the zone, but gets the call nonetheless. Big first pitch strike there from McCoy. We haven't really seen that a lot from him, but if he can get ahead in the count, that's going to do a whole lot for his longevity in this game. Missing low again there as count goes even at 1. Sun's starting to form some longer shadows on the field. Not a ton to cast over anyone, but still starting to go down here on this hot summer day here in Baltimore. Inside almost grazed Bowman, it looked like, but he did get out of the way of it, and the count goes to 2-1. Bowman's got that very close into the plate approach here. Catcher setting up outside here. And McCoy misses outside and low. So another hitter's count on as Bowman digs in on a 3-1.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed about McCoy, he's really, instead of striding towards the plate, you see him missing towards the right side a lot. He's stepping out that way and then following through across his body. I wonder if there's some mechanical issues with his release point here.
And as on command, Bowman gets hit with that fastball right on the back.
And perhaps he heard me.
McCoy yields another base runner, and the bases are loaded here for Saylor. 0 for 1 here, but he's got 2 walks. And leadoff hitter looking to do some damage again. Came up last inning, wasn't able to bring or a few innings ago, excuse me, but wasn't able to bring home the runs. We'll see if he can capitalize on this opportunity with the bases loaded and 1 out here as Mid-Atlantic's manager is coming out to make a pitching change as McCoy checks out of this one.
Yeah, Saylor, an opportunity to do damage here. Only 1 away in the inning. You're not only looking to put the ball in play, but high out towards the outfield. Hope to get at least a sac fly. As we'll get the pitching change to you when we get it.
Liam Carey checking in the right-hander for Mid-Atlantic. Tough spot to put your reliever in. Bases loaded and 1 out. Rockville with a chance to really break this game open here.
Yeah, this is where Rockville feasts when the bullpen comes in. Shaky with runners on. Did you see the warm-up pitch there? The first one really took off on him.
Liam Carey, the right-hander out of Cantonsville Community College, not too far from where we are now in Dundalk. Well, we have a bit of a break here, Josh, as obviously this game has been much closer than the last one. Obviously a 13-run deficit in that one, but this one a bit more of a closer affair, I guess you could say. And what do you think's been the key for? I mean, Mid-Atlantic, they in that first game they really looked like they were outmatched by Rockville. What do you think's been kind of their key in sort of
Yeah,
being
well, I
able to
mean,
be
it's all
competitive?
where it started. They got a great starting outing from their starter today.
Yep.
That's really been one of their few signs of life to this point. The only momentum they got was from him. Unfortunately, the plug got pulled early for him as they went to the bullpen in just the fourth inning. Questionable move there is Rockville scored 3 since then, and opportunity to get more here. I mean, they've put the ball in play. They've got 5 hits, unable to score the runners. And, you know, a little bit of a broken record, but that's the downfall. When you get runners on and you can't score them, especially against a strong pitching staff from Rockville, it puts you in a tough position, especially late in the game down 3.
Yeah, I mean, as we've harped on all game, they've had their fair share of base runners, just haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities, and it's going to be tough to come by when you're facing a pitching staff like Rockville. I mean, even Abrams in his first appearance was excellent. Zeke obviously coming in from the bullpen, obviously he's going to be a solid presence on the mound as well. Both Rockville pitchers combining for 7 strikeouts, only 2 walks in this one, so good job limiting those free passes as well. As we get started again here in the top of the 6th after Carey gets warm, and he'll look to get out of this situation.
It'll be interesting to see what Sailor's approach is here. I was watching the pitcher warm up and didn't see a single strike that at least I would have caught. I don't have my umpire's license, but no threatening pitches as he missed with the first one as well.
This one's laced foul, and as you said, Carey missed low on that first pitch of the at-bat, and that gives us the 1-1 count after that foul ball. But, I mean, throwing strikes, it's, as we've talked about, the fundamentals all game long, hasn't been there for this pitching staff. Carey looking to try and get out of this inning. Really tough jam here. Zorba on third, Orsini on second, Bowman on third, and a hack and a miss from Sailor, brings the count to 1-2. Sailor looking to drive in one of the runs on base here. Ball to the outfield likely ties the game. Missing outside is Carey. Runners not really too eager to take a big lead. No attention paid to them by Carey as he starts from the windup again here on 2-2. And this one's chopped to first base. Gonna score a run, and the flip goes to first as Carey's over to cover, but Zorba scores from third on the ground ball, and Rockville extends their lead to 5-1.
Yeah, Sailor did a real good job there, did his job, got the runner in. Still leaves 2 in scoring position for Danny Salisbury. And Rockville up 5-1 here in the 6th.
And again, able to bring one across without getting a hit in this inning so far. Still 2 hits for Rockville, but a 5-run game for them. This one is swung and foul tipped into the glove of Tyson for strike 1 by Danny Salisbury, as Josh mentioned, the starting pitcher from game 1. 1-1 across here for Rockville in the top of the 6th inning as Salisbury looks at a ball low and away. 2 runners on. Bowman, Orsini in scoring position here for Rockville, as this one is a strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch there. Salisbury in that left-hander's batter's box looked to be chased off by that one a little bit, but came back into the strike zone. Nice pitch there from Carey, as he's 1 strike away from 2 outs in this one almost. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Got Salisbury to chase that one, and he does get that second out of the inning. Big second out there. Oh, excuse me, that's the 3rd out of the inning. Got lost a bit after that pitching change there, but Carey does get out of it, as Rockville does get a run across and extend their lead to 5-1. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th after this. Back here in the bottom of the 6th inning, A.J. Zeke back on the mound for Rockville in this 5-1 lead. 5 hits here for FTB Mid-Atlantic, but have failed to kind of muster these opportunities up in the later part of this game as we reach the 6th inning out of 7 in this one. And Rockville 6 outs away from their second victory of the day, as this one is laced into right field. Nice hit there by Willard, and he'll reach base. So the first pitch of the inning, out to Orsini and right, and FTB Mid-Atlantic, as we've talked about, gets another base runner with their 6th hit of the day.
Rick Price certainly keeping an eye out on Zeke here. He's just got the bullpen working. Want to do everything you can to protect a 4-run lead.
Trey Pridgeon steps in. He's 0 for 2, and as you talked about, A.J. Zeke, one of the guys who's so valuable to this staff, now reaching the 30 pitch mark with that last one. 4 strikeouts for him on the day. And this one gets through the legs of Heffley and to the backstop. This one, big turn from second goes Willard, but he doesn't advance. He gets to second but holds there as the ball is gathered in by Heffley. So we've seen it a bit from both teams. Runners reaching second base on pass balls and wild pitches, and runner in scoring position here for FTB Mid-Atlantic with nobody out. Zeke taking a couple looks there at second, and then he comes home. This one's fouled back by Pridgeon again. Count goes to 1-2. A.J. Zeke trying to get a big out here in the 6th inning with a runner in scoring position as he looks and deals home. Breaking ball misses low. Nice block there by Heffley to hold the runner at second.
Yeah, as we've been saying all game, real stress on the catchers to block these balls in the dirt, especially with runners on. As you saw earlier in this inning, a runner advancing up to second on a pass ball.
Count even at 2s as Zeke looks at second and comes home with the breaking ball. And this one's going to squeak through the 6 hole into left field. Coming home is the runner Willard, and he is out. What a tag by Heffley. Zorbal with the throw as well. And the outfield assist coming from Zorbal, able to cut down the runner, and a big out recorded there for Rockville.
Yeah, and the batter able to take second. Got to say that was some foolish base running. You see, hesitated around third, looked back, and then decided, all right, I'm going to test the arm out there. As that was what, Steven Orsini?
Zorbal in left.
Zorbal in left. Another strong arm out there. You definitely don't want to test it.
Really nice throw there. Also a really nice tag by Heffley behind the plate, able to bring that around and cut down the runner.
That it was. Great catch and tag, and a good first out.
So after a very eventful play there, it was essentially the same situation this time, but with 1 out, as this one's ripped up the middle by Pickle. It gets into center field, and the runner's going to hold it third this time as Saylor's able to get the ball in quickly. So quick job there
shot of scoring on that one.
Yeah, it's tough to send the runner again after that last play, though. It looked like it was kind of a slow hit ground ball, not willing to test the arm there of Saylor, as Pickle reaches on the single. He's now 1 for 2 on the day. As Mark Brady steps up. He also has a hit today. 1 for 2 with a strikeout as well, with runners on the corner here in the bottom of the 6th and 1 out. A.J. Zeke in a little bit of trouble here as he tries to deal out of it and starts well with a nice pitch on the outside corner, catching the plate. Count goes to 0-1. Zeke looking, misses low again. Heffley able to come up with that block yet again, and a nice play there again by the Terrapin catcher. Zach Gibney, Josh Feldman, out here on a very hot day here in Baltimore, but it's good to have some baseball back after whatever last year was, so
yeah.
We're going to take it.
Yeah, my one wish this whole time was I can't wait to go back to a baseball game. Really get what you wish for. Going to be out here for 20, 30 games this summer.
Yep. Heffley with the throw down to first on that one, trying to get Pickle sleeping, but he doesn't. Nice throw there, but unable to get the runner cut down as the count goes to 2-1.
Zeke working with runners on the corners, 1 away here in the inning. Double play ball is in order. As a breaking ball misses.
Unable to bring that one back down into the zone as Zeke, as Brady takes a look at that one and watches as the hitter's count comes back up again at 3-1. Pridgeon on third, Pickle on first here. 5-1 lead for Rockville in the bottom of the sixth. And this one is skied out to center field, tailing away from Sailor. This one's going to do damage, and it bounces off the wall. Run scores from third easily as Pridgeon walks home. Pickle gets to third as Brady pulls up to second with a one-hop off-the-wall double. And FTB Mid-Atlantic finally gets that timely hit, and they're in business here in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, and wonder if that does anything to how far Zeke works the rest of this game. As you see Rick Price heading out of the dugout as I speak.
And I mean, that last play, I mean, it looked like that might have been a fairly routine ball. It looked like it carried a little bit and kind of tailed away from Sailor there in center field. So, nice hit there from Brady. Very clutch there, and he finally gets a run across.
Yeah, to his credit, though, he did field that ball off the wall very well. Got a throw in quick. The runner on third, unable to advance.
Not sure if any of you are following this along on Game Changers. Well, we have a very interesting little score box here. Rockville with 2 hits, 5 runs. And then FTB Mid-Atlantic with 9 hits, but 2 runs. So Mid-Atlantic out-hitting Rockville by 7, but still trailing by 3 in this one, as they do have runners on second and third, though, with 1 out. Quick meeting on the mound again as Heffley tries to slow down his pitcher a little bit. And the opposing catcher comes up in Tyson.
Yeah, and Rick Price sticking with Zeke here, wanting to see if he can work himself out of this inning. In a doubleheader, you really want to use as few arms as possible.
Tyson 0 for 2 in this one with a strikeout. This would make amends for all of it, though, with a base hit here. Inside. No go from Tyson. And count goes 1-0. Zeke again. Nice pitch there on the outside corner. Catches the lower half there. Evens it at 1. Zeke working quickly from the stretch. Delivers again. Nice breaking pitch there. Catches the strike zone. As we've seen from Zeke multiple times in this one, that breaking ball tailing away from the right-handed hitter has been very successful, and we saw it again there as Tyson got crossed up on that one. And Zeke's now with the favorable count of 1-2 with 1 out here as he deals, and a chopper's hit to first baseman. McMath, who steps on the base, will sacrifice the run, but you'll take that trade-off any day if you're Rockville.
Yeah, with a 3-run lead, now just a 2-run lead. Brings a tying run to the plate, but at the same time you do have 2 outs in the inning. Zeke is shot here to get out of it with no further damage. Get the boys up in the 7th and hopefully shut it down in the bottom half.
And you got the runner on the third, of course, but the sacrifice is taken off with the 2nd out of the inning. So really big out there. Smart play by McMath not to try to get too ambitious there and cut the runner down at home. Runs to first base, gets the out. And a 2-run game here. As a swing and a miss there from Martin, who steps up again. He's 1 for 1 in this one. Has a walk and reach base on a hit as well, scoring a run for FTB Mid-Atlantic, one of their 3 of the game so far. Zeke deals high. Count goes even at 1. Brady taking a bit of a lead off there at third. Zeke not really putting too much stock into it as he deals home again. Low pitch there, but a hack taken by Martin. Swings and misses. Count goes 1-2. Zeke 1 strike away from getting out of the 6th inning.
See what he got here. He's up 1-2 in the count. Runner on third.
Inside pitch there. A defensive swing taken by Martin. He's able to make contact and chop it right outside the Rockville dugout. So he stays alive, but that probably would have been a ball if he took it. Nice pitch there from Zeke.
Seemed to hit the bucket that Maley's sitting on.
Zeke from the stretch misses high. Close pitch there, but missed outside and high. And the count will go even at 2s again. So Zeke kind of working up his pitch count a little bit in this one, as he's now up to 50. Chopper back to Zeke. Fielding his position nicely. The slow flip on the first. No problem for the pitcher there. And he helps out his own cause. But FTB Mid-Atlantic puts up a 2 spot in the bottom of the 6th. And this is now a 5-3 ball game as we come back in the final inning to close this one out. back here in the top of the 7th as Rockville gets their last looks at the plate here, and assuming that this game doesn't go to extra innings here in the 7th inning. Only 2 hits on the day, but 5 runs brought across, and that's enough for a 2-run lead here in the top of the 7th as Green digs in to lead off the frame. Bryce Green 0 for 1 on the day so far, came in place of Salix Felix earlier in this one to play third base.
Rockville looking to pick up some insurance runs. They gave up, 2 that inning? Look
Yes,
to get
2.
them back.
Carey misses low in his first pitch. He stays in from the 6th inning. Missing low with the ball there. Count goes 1-0. Back into that windup goes Carey. Swing and a miss on a tailing fastball there by Carey. Nice job there as Green whiffs and misses. Count goes even at once. Green lays off a close pitch there, almost caught the bottom of the zone. Good eye there from the third baseman as the count goes to 2-1 and Green's favorable look here as Carey delivers. Missing high. Green showing some patience here as the count goes to 3-1. Carey working quickly. Back into the windup. Misses high, and again, the leadoff base runner reaches for Rockville on a walk.
From the story of this game, all day for them, surrendering walks early in the inning, Rockville getting base runners, getting the hits when they need them, able to convert.
Johnny McMath stepping up again, as we talked about earlier, not having the kind of day that we're accustomed to seeing from him, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but looking to make amends here. Runner on first here, nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Green gets a small lead off of first, look over by Carey. He takes a second, delivers home, misses low again, and to the backstop again goes the ball, and Green will advance easily. So, I mean, we're seeing Groundhog Day here. This is the same situation, it feels like, to start almost every inning. Runner reaches on a walk and then advances on an error by either the catcher or the pitcher.
Yeah.
McMath on the left side taking the signs from the dugout. And a courtesy runner will check in here for Rockville. Sawyer comes in.
That was Green, so it looks like Sawyer will play the rest of this game at third.
We've seen him be the courtesy runner on multiple occasions in this doubleheader, and he'll do it again here as he starts in scoring position here for McMath.
Yeah, it's a pinch run appearance. Green wasn't a pitcher, or a catcher. You don't get a courtesy runner.
Carey high on that one.
That means Sawyer will be into this game now officially.
Unable to find the strike zone again as the count goes to 2-0. Nice pitch on the outside corner. That tailing fastball again utilized by Carey as he catches the outside of the plate. McMath can only look at it as the count goes to 2-1. The delivery again. Inside, catches the inside of the plate. So working both sides of the strike zone is Carey as he works the count back to 2-2. McMath looked at a couple strikes on this at-bat so far, yet to take the bat off his shoulder, as he finally does here, and skies one to right field. This one is deep and into the road. Johnny McMath homers to right, and yet again Rockville hits a home run to really open this game up. It's 7-3. McMath, slow start to this day, but he made up for it there as he sent that ball right over the wall, and he'll touch them all as he comes home to make it a 4-run lead for Rockville.
McMath really got a pitch he could work with, turns on it, pull, hit out to right. The bench is there to greet him, as that's Rockville's second homer of the day. Been waiting all season to see it. 2 today. Rockville out to a 7-3 lead here. No outs in the 7th.
And McMath knew it immediately. You saw him out of that batter's box, kind of take a look at it for a second. And the outfielder barely took a step back towards that wall and could only watch it fly into that back road over there behind the field. So Rockville has opened it up here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs already across, and this one misses here from Carey. So Johnny McMath making amends for his earlier miscues with the bat, but 2 RBIs now for him on that 1 home run. So it's going to be something to look back on the film of this game and be able to try to look to continue as the season goes along as another ball gets to the backstop here from Carey. Count even at once here as Eddie Hakopian digs in yet again. He's 0 for 1 in this one, reached base twice on 2 walks though.
And if anyone was wondering, McMath, from here on out, known as JT Money.
Oh, he does get that nickname now. JT Money. He wasn't really, we were kind of on the fence about it earlier, but I think that kind of did it. He gets that nickname, and did it convincingly too with that another home run to right field as this one goes behind the batter Hakopian. I forgot about that. He definitely gets that nickname now. As we said, we were waiting on the first home run of the year for Rockville, and they have 2 in this set of double-header games, and both to a fairly similar spot too. Well, I think Johnny McMath maybe hit a little bit more to the left, maybe hit a little bit towards
Didn't hit that high wall out and right.
Yeah. Nevertheless, Hakopian here on 2-2. Carey trying to rebound from that as he gets a strike on the outside corner, and Hakopian sent back to the dugout. And the first out of the innings finally recorded here for Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, good bounce back pitch there. You don't want to get rattled after giving up a home run. Still remotely in this ball game for your team. You got to do everything you can to keep it right where it is.
Yeah, no doubt weighing on the mind of Carey, that home run by McMath, but he's able to recover with a strikeout and get the first out of this inning as Heffley digs in. He sends a ground ball to shortstop. Pridgeon fields cleanly, throw on a first, and it's in time. Pickle on the receiving end of that play gets another put out over there at first base, and Heffley sent back after a quick at bat. Ethan Zorbaugh now digging in. We saw him with that outfield assist last time, and that was a really impressive throw from left field to save a run, and he'll try to do it on the offensive side as well as he digs into the top of the 7th here with 2 outs.
Yeah, the one thing you've seen throughout this game is everything Mid-Atlantic has done well, Rockville's had an answer for. Mid-Atlantic picking up a couple runs, and then Johnny McMath unloading the bases with a 2-run shot, give him a 4-run lead.
Carey misses low and away with a fastball that rolls off to the backstop yet again. Catches the outside of the plate on that one. Zorbaugh there to watch it. 1-1. The pitch from Carey is another nice one. As it looked like maybe a changeup or an off-speed pitch kind of snuck in there for a strike as Zorbaugh again left looking at that one, and he's down 1-2 in the count now with 2 outs. Chopper goes back to the pitcher's mound, gets by him, and the shortstop Pridgeon makes a nice play but unable to come up with it cleanly as Zorbaugh will reach on that one. So good at bat from Zorbaugh, able to battle back, put one in play, and reach base as this inning continues.
Yeah, and that'll bring up Rio Fabre, couple hits to this point. Looking to keep the insurance runs coming as Rockville leads 7-3. They've got a runner on first with 1 away here.
Fabre, as we said, the hot hitter in this lineup for Rockville. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored of Rockville's 7. Looks at one high and away here. If you're wondering, Carey over that 50% threshold for balls and strikes, but working up to 30 pitches now here in 1 1/3, or 1 2/3, excuse me. This one fouled back for a strike. Count goes even at once. Zorbaugh not worrying about taking a huge lead over there at first. Short look over there by Carey. He comes home with it, missing up high. Count goes to 2-1 here on Fabre. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Rockville with 4 hits now in this one. As this one is fouled off, so that little short ground ball up to the shortstop was scored a hit there from Zorbaugh, so that gives Rockville their 2nd of the inning and 4th of the day after that home run from McMath. Fabre from the right-hander's batter's box awaiting the 2-2 pitch, which comes in and he fouls off to the right side. Little dangerous area there with some spectators, but looks like everyone's okay. And we are out of baseballs again. The last remaining baseball in the hand of Liam Carey, ready for the 2-2 pitch, as we do it again here with 2 outs in the 7th. Comes in, and this one's chopped out to shortstop. Pridgeon charging, cut off by the third baseman, Ellison, who makes a nice throw on the run, able to cut down Fabre. So we head into the bottom of the 7th inning with Mid-Atlantic needing 4 runs to extend this game. It's 7-3. We're back, bottom of the 7th inning here. 7-3 ball game, Zach Gibney, Josh Feldman from Baltimore, as Rockville able to extend on their 5-3 lead, now make it a 7-3 lead on that home run in the top of this frame by Johnny McMath. And a little bit more breathing room here for Zeke as he goes into the hopefully final inning and starts it with a ground ball. Bailey, and he is out. Hustled down the line does Bailey, but Bowman able to make the play and cut him down, as this is a quick first out of the inning.
That's what I like to see on the first pitch of the last inning here from Zeke. 1 pitch, 1 out. You know the bench is happy. It's a hot day in Baltimore. You want to just get out of here with 2 wins on the day.
Now coming up, Alec Ellison, 0 for 3 with a strikeout in this one. Playing the hot corner over there at third base. Made a nice play to end that last frame, charging and making a throw on the run to first base. And he'll look at a ball on the outside here. Zeke just missing on the outside corner. Zeke from the windup. Missing low again, kicking up some dirt as count now goes to 2-0.
1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, last leg of the doubleheaders. Rockville is drawing ever closer to their 4th straight win, 3rd in a row over Mid-Atlantic, as a ball out to short. Easy play for the 2nd out of the inning. Zeke just 1 out away from walking away with a doubleheader with 2 wins on the day.
Eddie Hakopian with the play on that one is Rockville now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, and this doubleheader with the chance to sweep here with this next out, as Nolan Matsko, 1 for 3 on the day, steps up, 1 strikeout, serving as the last hope for FTP Mid-Atlantic on this ever later Sunday afternoon. It's getting a little dark. Sun's starting to go down, clouds starting to come over, getting a little cooler, but still, Rockville trying to get out of here as fast as possible with their 2nd win of the day.
Yeah, let's see if Zeke can get the 3rd out here, and we can all make it back home in time for dinner as we approach 6 o'clock here.
5:48 over here, as that one was fouled back. Count goes to 1-1. Zeke from the windup again. Deals this one high. Again, close with that fastball up high, but can't seem to bring it down. Maybe just his release point a little off on that one, but 2-1 nonetheless. Zeke again working quickly. This one's fouled right back. Hits the metal bar in front of our heads yet again. No one flinched up here, I'm proud to say. So, Rockville is now 1 strike away from the sweep of the doubleheader. Trying to close it out. Zeke, the 2-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch, missing up high. Count goes full. Zeke towing the rubber quick again, trying to close this one out here. Full
Payoff.
count. This one is sent out to center field. Saylor trying to get under it, but he can't as this one skips by him. Matsko will pull into second base with a double after the miscue in center field. Looked like Saylor was kind of in between trying to lay out for that one and letting it bounce up and hit him, and it was caught in between, allowing the runner to get to second base. So FTB Mid-Atlantic stays alive.
Yeah, no harm done. As Rockville still with a 4-run lead, 1 out away from getting out of this.
Matsko, the only duck on the pond on second base here. Willard with another chance. Had a hit his last time up. Runner in scoring position as Zeke misses high and outside again. Willard 2 for 3 on the day. No one covering second base as Matsko is pretty much free to take as big of a lead as he wants as Zeke looks home. Gets the signs and sets. The big right-hander takes a look back at second base, resets, and fires home. This one is skied out to left. A lot of room in foul territory again, trying to, and a weirdly timed dive out there in left field by Zorba. I'm thinking that was a joke.
Yeah, more for laughs.
Yeah.
So he gets a few out of the dugout.
Ball was well foul. Did stay in the field of play, but really not much of a chance there for Zorba.
Either that or he thinks he's Superman out there.
Yeah, or he just thinks he's Yao Ming.
Yao Ming doesn't move as quick.
This is true. The 1-1. Chopper goes to shortstop. Hakopian fields, throw on to first, and this is wrapped up here. Rockville wins 7-3 here in the second end of the doubleheader. They take both of the games 14-1, and this one 7-3. A closer affair this time, but closed out by the pitching of A.J. Zeke, and some timely hitting from Rockville wins this one for them as they now move to 6-4 on the year.
And one last time, Josh Feldman, Zach Gimney, Pat Mitchell signing off from the doubleheader at Dundalk.